Connellsville Area Community Ministries began as a result of an unfortunate fire in 1968 that burned down the Central Methodist Church in Connellsville. Although this fire was devastating for many, the insurance money from the fire was used to begin a community ministry program that would focus on helping the elderly, assisting the poor, and those lacking employable skills, following the lead of our Lord Jesus Christ. The Care and Share Boutique is our clothing, housewares, and furniture thrift shop. The Care and Share Boutique is also home to our food pantry, which operates several times a month. Above and beyond, we hand out food daily to anyone in need of a meal. We also have a variety of medical equipment available. Connellsville Area Community Ministries is an extension of the church to all hurting people needing support in life's development and the struggle to obtain justice and a healthful life grounded in God's love.
I started working at Connellsville Area Community Ministries in June of 2013 and actually worked there until October of 2017 and served as the executive director during that time. The ministry was new in this space. They actually just moved into here. They moved in January. There was a lot to do because they really hadn't moved in yet. There was a lot of unfinished parts of the building. There were walls that were partially built. So a lot of that was just kind of putting together a timeline and figuring out things that needed to be done and kind of moving through the process of getting this building ready to serve for ministry. And that was a lot of the initial work, from building walls to painting walls to figuring out what spaces we would use to, and just kind of figuring out how we fit in this space.
Coming down here at the beginning of 2012, that was a very good step. We certainly needed all the room we have down here. We use all the room down here too, you know.
I started volunteering in 2018. I was a dialysis patient and I was bored out of my mind. I came here with my sister one day. She was a customer here, and I came in with her, learned that there was volunteering, and I signed up and I fell in love and I never left.
The volunteers that work here are just like a family. It's a wonderful, close-knit environment.
If it wasn't for the volunteers, this place wouldn't be here. I figured the good Lord put us here to do things like this, to help people out. I tried to do what I can.
I was with the ministry for 17 years, and I was supervisor of the clothing boutique. I think my favorite thing about the ministry is the outreach to the people, to the community. I enjoyed my time here. I enjoyed, Reverend Geist was the director at the time.
I'm Terry Geist. I was the executive director here at Community Ministries from 1996 through 2010. We were in the community center up on Fairview Avenue. The basics of the volunteers, which is really the backbone of the ministry, was what put it all together. Without them, Community Ministries wouldn't have existed. The volunteers were the ones that really made everything happen.
The people matter the most, and all the volunteers here, I love them, and the people in the community, and we're helping them. I'm just here to help, and I'm just grateful.
I just appreciate the volunteers. When I was here, I appreciated them a lot because I needed them, and I appreciate them still because as a community, we still need them. So thank you, volunteers. The biggest impact I can see is actually when the flood happened in Connellsville in fall of 2016. That happened, and that was a major event in Connellsville. A lot of property loss, a lot of people lost a lot of their things, from homes to property. I have to take a little breath.
Heavy rain quickly flooded parts of the area, and some places crews in boats were out rescuing people, and in one case a system installed to protect drivers instead put them in harm's way.
We are in Bullskin Township right now. Breakneck, it goes underneath that bridge, but that bridge was underwater last night. And to give you an idea, the water sweeps through here. Take a look at this garage, how it pushed out the door, as well as what it did to these two cars that were absolutely swamped. And this is just a snapshot of what occurred around here. When floodwaters come, it's not personal, but the impact is.
These people have lost everything. They have lost everything.
The speed of what happened here last night is hard to comprehend.
We saw this getting high, but then I turned around and looked, and the water was just rolling this way.
So out the back door, Glenn and Shelley Sipple went. No time to grab anything. And when they came back, their cars had been swept away, and the house...
It's a one-story house on a slab with water inside up there, and everything's covered in mud. It's ruined.
The ministry was able to really help during that time. I saw us being really healthy, not only as a ministry, but as a community. We had partners that helped us too, St. Vincent de Paul, Salvation Army, Catholic Charities, UMCOR, United Methodist Committee on Relief. All of those organizations came together. And I saw this ministry kind of being the hub of that and really working together. We had the resources here. This whole ministry is like a big storehouse of things that we have that we use to help people. And that's anything from furniture to clothes to food and even financial resources. But I think the flood allowed us to really shine. We were on the news, I think, about every other day. There was a news station here because there was a lot of loss. I forget how many homes were completely destroyed, but through the generosity of donors, we collected, I think it was about $1.2 million through donations and grants. And this ministry, with the help of those other partners, actually worked to put those funds back out into the community and help those individuals that were affected by the flood and to put their lives back together. And I don't know who would have done that if we wouldn't have been here to do that.
Ultimately, I would love to see a Connellsville that doesn't need us, because that means we've done our job and we've put ourselves out of business. I would love to see a world where that exists. We've never claimed to be a church. We've always been an extension of the church. We are trying to pull together all of those resources so that it's a one-stop shop. If you are out there and you need help, Community Ministries is here to help you. And I think we've done that. There is so much more work that we have to do. And the important thing is getting that feedback from those folks. You know, what do you need? What's the next thing you see us doing? And we want to step up and be able to provide that.
I'd like to thank all the people that have come before me, all the people that have donated their time, their money, their precious goods that we sell and serve every day. Even if you think you have never done anything here for the Community Ministries, you have, because you have donated. You have changed someone's life. And what better part of that could you be? Is someone's life was changed because of your efforts and your love for us. I'm so proud to say I'm part of this ministry. I'm so proud of all of you and everything that you have done for us. What's another 50 years? Look where we'll be.
It's amazing when you're here, you can see God at work. It's not about me. It's not about any of the other volunteers. It's about what we can do together.
My time that I give, or my money, it goes to a good place. And that's what being God's hands, God's feet means. I wouldn't trade this for any paying job that I could possibly get.
I want to say congratulations on 50 years to Connellsville Area Community Ministries. I cannot tell you what the Ministries has brought to my life personally. I thank you so much for allowing me to be involved, and really, really hope that I can be invested in the Ministries for many years to come.
I think they're just getting started. There's no end to what they can do, and I believe what they will do. I believe it has a very solid and long future, and I wish it very well.
Congratulations on 50 years of ministry, and I'm going to do whatever I can in my role to make sure that we have another 50.